Hey guys, let's talk overwhelm and burnout for a moment. I know that's not a pleasant topic, but so many people experience this. I know because I was one. Hi, I'm Jenna, and I developed the somatic reset therapy as my way of giving back to the community after going through all of the things that I have experienced. If you don't know me, I'm a multi-passionate business owner, meaning I'm running several things, juggling several things at one time. And there used to be a point in time when I would get so overwhelmed and burned out, even though I love what I do and I love doing all of the things, and I work in the holistic field, so I have a plethora of tools and resources at my disposal all of the time. Yet I would still enter this cycle of overwhelm and burnout, and eventually it would lead to shutdown. And I know how much it sucks. So look, listen up, because I'm about to share with you what really changed the game for me and why I do what I do now. I have been studying somatic therapy for the last 5 years. That has been my intent and focus as a psych major, to be able to work with the background that we are learning now from neuroscience and working with the nervous system, polyvagal theory, to help develop programs that help to bring the nervous system back to a regulated state. But in order to do that, we have to understand what the nervous system is saying. So you might have just glossed over with all of that, but stay with me, because look, I know the cycle of overwhelm leads you to feel highly stressed, really irritable. It can also make you feel like no matter how much sleep you get, you are still exhausted. You wake up tired, feeling drained, unmotivated for the day ahead. The things that you look forward to, you no longer care about. That is when you start entering that functional freeze. That is when you are getting to that point of shutdown, because your nervous system was running on high alert for so long. And it is not meant to do that, guys. Your nervous system is not meant to stay way up here in that high activated state over and over and over again. We are meant to flow. We are meant to ebb and flow with the challenges of life. But when we're highly stressed, we're experiencing overwhelm, and we stay stuck in that highly activated state, the only thing that it can lead to is that bottom out, shut down, exhaustion. And unfortunately, that state, that functional freeze state, that leads us to just going through the motions of daily life. Yeah, you might appear okay on the outside, getting up, going to work, continuing with your daily life, but inside, no motivation. You've lost that spark. It's no longer enjoyable. And what people don't seem to understand is just because the outside seems like you're functioning fine doesn't mean your inside is not absolute chaos. And I get it, because like I said, I've been there. I have definitely lived that multiple times, because it is a cycle. And until you learn how to break the cycle continues. But in order to break the cycle, you have to get to the root. And the root doesn't look like changing what you're doing on the outside. It's about changing what you're doing on the inside. That requires you to learn the language of your nervous system. And that is the secret that I learned through somatic practices, and what I want to share with you in the Somatic Reset Immersion program, because I know that it will absolutely change your life. Look, I'm not selling no generic blueprint, because look, we are all individuals, and some generic blueprint is not going to work for everyone. There's a reason why positive affirmations don't work for everyone. There's a reason why people can go to yoga class and still experience overwhelm and burnout. So look, I'm going to keep it real with you. We are all unique. Our nervous system's way of moving through life and experiencing life as we know it to be is just as unique as we are. So it's important to learn the language of your nervous system, not mine. You have to develop the awareness and the tracking skills to understand your nervous system. And then you have to learn to speak its language to find that balance, to bring regulation back so that you can experience peace. This is where Somatic Reset comes in, because through this program, you learn over the course of 4 weeks how to speak the language of your nervous system and when to use the tools and resources so that it actually works for you. So instead of experiencing the foggy headedness, the lack of concentration, the absolute complete exhaustion, you can actually bring peace back into your system. You can take it from that highly activated state and bring it back into that peaceful, regulated state that brings calm back to your system without having to experience the shutdown. I know that that is super powerful, especially if you're someone that's living this cycle. I know because when I was living that cycle, I was so tired of it and I didn't know how to get out of it. I had all of these tools and resources, but nothing seemed to quite work. Self-care, everyone says boundaries and self-care. Yeah, I can do that all day, but if I'm not doing what my nervous system needs in the moment, then I'm still not helping. If anything, you can actually make it worse. And a lot of people don't realize that either. If you choose the wrong somatic practice to do with the state of your nervous system, it can actually take you further into that state in your nervous system rather than bringing you into regulation. So it is super important that one, you learn from someone that knows what they're talking about and isn't just jumping on the trend because somatics has gotten to be so trendy. But somatics is nothing new. Somatic psychology has been around, and that's what I specialize in as a psychology major. So let me teach you what I have learned in a way that is actually going to benefit you. So at the end of the 4 weeks together, you know how to communicate with your nervous system, you know exactly what tools to use, and you can develop your own personalized individual reset plan so that you can continue working with these tools far beyond our workshop, right? This lasts a lifetime and it is life changing. It has changed my life, so I know, like, it is super powerful and you are able to do this. I'm not magic. There's nothing special about me that makes it work for me and not for you. It is literally just needing to learn the language of your nervous system and understand how it's functioning. And I bring it to you in a way that will help you understand and be excited about this journey for yourself. Because look, I don't want to sugarcoat it. It's not easy. It is not easy in the moment. In the moments that you really need to practice this, it's really hard. It is really hard when you are sitting in the emotional overwhelm, when you are feeling all of the pressure of that, to look and know, like, I can do this practice and it will help me in this moment. That takes immense willpower. But when you get to the point where you are tired of this cycle, you are tired of living this, then you absolutely drag yourself to do the thing that you know will help. And then you experience that shift and that change. And then you get to approach things from that different place of being. You are literally bringing calm to the chaos within. And when you experience that, you can't help but to crave to do that more and more. And the next thing you know, it becomes so much easier to tap into that place of being when you are just starting to experience that hyped up emotional state. So it's not easy, it does take practice, but with the resources that I give you, you will be doing it in no time. So if this is something that resonates with you, if you experience overwhelm, if you experience burnout, if you're tired of the foggy headedness, if you are tired of being exhausted and waking up dreading the day ahead, I invite you to come join me in this 4-week program. It is $99 right now. And I have so many coaches telling me I need to increase that price. But right now it's $99. We start March 22nd. So grab it while you can, enroll while you can, because once we start, I close enrollment. We are meant to move through this together because you also get live coaching with me. Yes, for that price. So jump in while you can. This is probably going to be the last time it is this low of a price. So jump in with me. Let's do this. Let's break this cycle together. I know that you can do it, and I know with the right support and the right education behind it, I know it will work for you. So let me know. I'll drop the link below so that you can sign up, or if you want to book a call with me, we can do that too. I invite you to do what you are ready for, your next step, because this will absolutely help take you to the next level of your being. Place where you can actually operate from peace and calm. Because that is where your power is. I'll see you in the program.